All right, wrestling fans, the match we're going to take a look at right here is Danny the Crusher Jackson squaring off against Dynomite Mike, and the two boys shake hands, and the wrestling match is underway. And we can see right here, Danny's reaching under with his underhooks, and he's got the kid. He's lifting him up, and boom, he slams him down to the mat. Let's get an instant replay look on that. Now, if you look right here, Danny's got Dynomite Mike by his waist, and then he picks him up. And if Danny's got you by your waist, and your feet aren't on the ground, boom, you're going to have a bad time. And that's what this kid had right here, what's called a bad time. And Danny is quick to capitalize on that. He stays on the kid's back, reaches under. Maybe he got the wind knocked out of the kid. Who knows? Who knows what's going on sometimes. And now we're looking at right here. This is the regular time in the match here. It's not the slow motion replay if you couldn't figure that out. And the referee stopped the action. I don't know why. Oh, I believe it's because Danny's nose is bleeding. Now, if I had to estimate as to why I think Danny's nose is bleeding, it's because when he lifted that kid up in the air to give him that big scoop slam, it's because he reached a different elevation. And then when you get up into the different elevations, the barometric pressure changes, and then your nose starts bleeding. Or perhaps it's just the fall and the climate has changed and the air is dried out. We don't know exactly what has happened, but we do know that Butch has some paper towels, and Butch comes back with the paper towels and the disinfectant spray, because here at IKWF we want the wrestling to be non-bloody and we want it to be safe. This isn't Japan where they put the barbed wire up around the mats and let the kids wrestle on that. This is America, and now we can see somebody with a hat came over there, or maybe a do-rag, and they're investigating Danny's bloody nose. They're probably shoving one of them little cigarette maxi pads up his nose to scoop up some of the blood, and we can see Drew coming over there to take a look and saying, that's not that much blood. I beat my brother's head into the wall the other day. There's way more blood than that. And the referee's looking on. He's like, that's too much blood to keep wrestling. And now Danny's tilting his head back, and now they're looking at him. They're going to look him over and see if they can find any blood on his arms, legs, head, neck, chest, and his singlet. And the referee's looking at him. He's saying, is it done bleeding yet, Junior? And Danny's saying, yeah, sure, it's not even really bleeding. It wasn't bleeding in the first place. And he's like, no, dude, I saw blood. You're full of crap. And now they're looking at Dynomite Mike. Dynomite Mike ain't got no blood on him, because Dynomite Mike was not the... Oh, yeah, I guess he does, because they're wiping him down. I guess it only makes sense that if Danny was on top of you when his nose started bleeding, the blood drips down onto you, and it makes for a more gruesome-looking wrestling match. However, we do not want gruesome-looking wrestling matches. We want good, clean fun with these two youngsters here. And we can see right now that they are getting ready to get back into the wrestling action, and the referee for this match, I can't remember his name. We'll have to look it up on the computer here in a minute. Now Danny's got the top position, and Dynomite Mike tries to do a sit-out, and Danny says, no, not today, no sit-outs today. And now we can see Danny's hooking the kid's leg with his leg, and he's reaching under the kid. He's trying to go for a move right here called the Standing Cowboy Buster. Got his arms locked in. Boom, he slams the kid down on the mat. That wasn't the Cowboy Buster, but it was very similar to that. He tried to go for it. Now we can see he's got his legs hooked onto the kid's legs. The kid's doing his best to stand back up, and Danny gets a hold of him again from his back this time, and boom, he slams him down again. This is not working out well for this kid right here. And you can see this kid's trying to fight his way back up to his feet. Danny's trying to keep him from fighting his way back up to his feet. He's getting the kid in a lay-down cross bow and arrow move that he learned at wrestling practice, and the kid is not going to bend that way, Danny. You really have to bend him pretty good to bend him that way, and the kid knows this, so now the kid's reached around. He's got oh, here we go. It looks like we got a pin here, and the referee saw a pin, and there you go, folks. That's all we got for this match here today, and chalk up another win for old Danny there, and the other Dynamite Dave, he had to take a loss, but it was a hard-fought victory, and there you have it. Danny Jackson is your winner.